Good morning and welcome to the Friday morning show. I am your surprise guest host, Stacey Borge. So, today's edition is very special because it's Valentine's Day. So, welcome. Happy Valentine's Day. Much love. Today's topic is one that I really care about, and I felt really special that I got to choose the topic to bring to everybody today. I chose self-care as self-love. So hang on, I'm just gonna grab my baby. So this Friday morning show is extra special because you get a special guest host and an extra special guest host. Freya, say hi to everybody. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Oh, look at her little ruffles. They're so cute. Yes, self-care as self-love. Good morning, Emma. Aw, thank you. So this one I think is a really good one to cover because a lot of people end up doing self-care because they feel like they're supposed to. It's talked a lot about in magazines, online. Do people watch TV anymore? Maybe it's on TV. I don't know. I don't have TV. So I think a lot of us go through the motions because we're like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do this, right? It's good, isn't it? But there is, good morning, Roberta. There's definitely a deeper level to tap into with self-care, and that is using it as self-love. So today I'm going to be talking about a few of the things that I love to do as self-care, but can easily be taken that level deeper and really be done from a place of self-love. Also, because it's Valentine's Day, I thought I would include a little something that can be done, yes, for self-love for you, whether you have a Valentine to share the day with or the weekend with or not, that doesn't matter. But these things also can be done for someone. So as we go through them, you'll see. But that's kind of the beauty of it. You can do it for yourself, or you could kind of turn it around and do it for someone else to show them that you care. So let's dive right into who's watching. How are you feeling today? Do you have any plans for Valentine's? Maybe give me an emoji, a Valentine emoji for how you're feeling or what you think of Valentine's Day. Right, Freya? Say good morning, everybody. Anywho, so while you guys are doing that, I think I will just get started on a little bit of an overview of what we're going to be covering today. So again, self-care as self-love. We're going to go a little bit deeper into self-care. One of my favorite things to do is I bathe like a goddess. Damn. So yeah, you can have a regular, nice, good old bath or shower, but you can also take it that much deeper with kind of creating a little bit of a ritual around it. Good morning, Asia. So to do that, you definitely, you're going to turn it into something a little bit extra special. There'll be a few things that you want to include. So we'll go over that. So bathe like a goddess. The second thing that, I've got notes here. The second thing that I like to do as self-care for self-love is a little something that we like to call in the DDC world sweet nothings. Maybe you've heard of it if you were at the conference or you're familiar with some of Deanna's teachings. The gospel of the Deanna Deacon coaching. When I say her teachings, that's what it makes me think of. Hi, Amy. I'm here, but also studying. That's cool. Multitask. Tune me out if you need to. You can always watch the replay. But yay, thanks for tuning in. So sweet nothings, you may be familiar with that already. We'll be diving into a little bit of that and also how I use that in my life as self-love, not just self-care. And food as love. This one is a personal favorite of mine. If you know me, you know how much I love cooking and how much I love food and nutrition. So I will be talking a little bit about how you can actually use food as love. So let's flip to the beginning here. So bathe like a goddess. What the heck does that mean? Bathing like a goddess is taking your bath, or it can also be done in a shower. Are you not a bath person? I'm not a bath person. I mean, I am a bath person, sorry. It can be done either or, whatever works for you. But it's basically taking it and turning it into something extra super special. Oh, Frey, are you a little bit hungry? So what you can do there is, first of all, you're going to want to set the mood, okay? So setting the mood means maybe creating some dim lighting for yourself. Maybe you will light some candles. Maybe you enjoy using crystals or incense. Things that feel special and sacred to you. Those are the kind of things that you're going to want to use to create an extra sensual and special bath experience. Imagine that you are drawing a bath for someone else, or, okay, even better. Imagine someone, maybe like a really like muscly guy, or your husband. My husband, actually, when we first met, he used to do this for me. Imagine that someone is drawing a bath for you. And then just allow yourself to go into a little bit of a daydream or meditate on what that would look like. Would there be candles? What would it smell like? How hot would the water be? Those kind of things. So those are the kind of things you're going to want to do to set the mood. Then, of course, this is optional, but one thing I really like to do is either dry brushing or a little bit of self-massage. Whichever you choose, good morning, Kelly, whichever you're familiar with. You're going to want to do it, of course, but to turn it into that self-love, to take it that extra step and really appreciate what you're doing as you're dry brushing or as you're massaging with some body oil or lotion before you're getting into the bath. Then you're going to want to appreciate that body part that you're doing. So if you're doing your arms, think of all of the wonderful things that your arms do for you in a day that you may not even think about. And really appreciate your arms, your hands, your legs, all of the things everywhere. And just pay a little extra attention to each body part as you go through it. Aw, good morning, Kelly. So that I like to do that for an extra special bath experience. Sometimes time doesn't permit me to do that. Does anybody else do dry brushing or body oil? Dry brushing I'm particularly interested in because it is Ayurvedic and I love Ayurveda. Oh, you guys can't see this. It's pointing me. This is it'll be backwards because it's a live, but it says best day ever. And I thought, how appropriate to do the best day ever mug for the Facebook Live. And for Valentine's Day. Love, love, love. So now that you've prepped your body and you are fully appreciating that body and loving that body that you have, slip into your bath. I personally find, I don't know about you guys, you can tell me what you think. I personally find that moment when you slip into your tub, like that nice hot, like just right when your body is sliding into that nice hot water, it is like the most amazing feeling. So definitely take a moment to dry, or sorry, I was just reading Amy's comment. I attempt to dry brush sometimes. Yeah, so what kind of a brush do you use, or do you use a sponge? And do you have a particular method that you do? I usually go from the feet up, is my understanding is the best thing you can do. Also, some important areas to do are in the groin and your armpits, because that really stimulates the lymphatic system. So if you are using clays or Epsom salts in your bath, then good morning, Brittany. Then definitely the dry brushing is going to be fantastic in conjunction with that, because it's going to be really detoxifying for the body. Again, self-love. Where were we? We were talking about the dry brushing and also Epsom salts. Yes, fantastic. I love detoxifying. So now what you do in the bath is going to be Okay, thanks, little boy. What you do in the bath is going to be up to you. Maybe you like to meditate. Maybe you like to listen to soft music or affirmations. Maybe you like silence. I also have done, hands up if anybody else has done this, the little hands up emoji lady. I do bath yoga sometimes. I mean, my tub isn't that big. I would love to have a really big tub, but sometimes I will do bath yoga. So I do whatever kind of stretching I can in my tub. And it feels really good. Your muscles are all like lengthened and softened. It's beautiful. So again, you know, sit in the bath, appreciate what you're doing. Maybe you like to journal. I personally love to just clear my mind, and then I end up receiving a lot of intuitive downloads while I'm in the bath because I'm just so relaxed and at ease. My mind is clear. And so sometimes I'll like to have my journal handy for things like that. Yeah, so then when you feel like you've had your fill of bath time, then of course you want to finish off with some nice lotion and powder. And just like when you were beginning with the dry brushing or the body oil, if you did that, good morning, Alyssa. If you did that, then you're again going to want to finish off with lotion or a powder or an oil or something. And again, appreciate the body. Really infuse your body with love, okay? So not just caring for the body because we're supposed to. Oh, I have dry skin, I'm going to put my lotion on. I am going to, oh, butterfly pose. Nice. Yes. You got to sit sideways in the tub for that one, I think. But yes, muy bueno. That's a good one. I like to sit and get like, do some nice side stretching on each side. That always feels really nice because again, you're nice and softened up. So it's a good time to work the muscles. So yes, finishing off with a nice powder or lotion and lots of love infusing the body as you do so. Then an important step also is to allow everything to just integrate. So usually after a bath, I will go and just lay on my bed and I'll just kind of starfish and I'll have like a savasana and just allow everything to soak in and do some nice breathing. Again, that's a really nice time to journal if you need to, or just lay in peace and quiet and silence and quiet the mind a little bit. So that is how I recommend bathing for a goddess. Again, that can be done in the shower. So if you're not a bath person, you could just kind of take that shower experience and take it to the next level, have a luxury shower. And that can be done for someone else by drawing the bath for them, setting the mood for them, maybe including a little bit of like a back and shoulder rub with some lotion or oil before they get in or after they get out, those kind of things. You know who you're drawing the bath for or starting the shower for and whether or not they would like those things. So I will leave that in your court. So yes, any bath people out there, give me a little hands up or an emoji. I'm drinking my bulletproof coffee. Little shameless self-promotion here. If you don't know much about bulletproof coffee, head over to my YouTube channel. I'll include a link in the comments. And I do a couple YouTube videos on bulletproof coffee. All right, so let's move on to self-care as self-love number 2. So number 2 is sweet nothings. Sweet nothings are basically it is telling yourself all of the things that you either wish that someone would tell you or that you just really need to hear, whether or not someone else would tell that to you. So there's a few ways you can do that. There's there's affirmations, there's mirror work. There are love notes or post-it notes that you can put around. So I'll start with the love notes. This one, okay, I'm just gonna start with like my favorite of what I like to do. So you know how when you're shopping online, a lot of times, a lot of times they'll ask if you want to do a gift note, if it's a gift for someone. Well, I always say, heck yes, I want the gift note. And I write myself a love note. Stacey, you are so incredible and you work so hard. You are so deserving of this fill in the blank, usually with my essential oils. These essential oils are for you as a gift. Please enjoy them. Do something wonderful for yourself. You know, whatever I want to include. Sometimes I'll get really deep if I feel inspired. So that's one of my favorite ways to write a love note to myself. And then you kind of forget about it, and you get your package in the mail and you open it up and there's this note in there and you read it and you're like, oh. The best one was when I bought my muck boots. That one was awesome. So that's one way you could do a love note. Another way you could do a love note, and this one's really cool. Good morning, Kathy. I have to run, but finish watching the video later. Aw, thanks, Kelly. Okay, awesome. Have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you later. So another really cool way you can do a love note is by writing yourself a nice card or letter. Maybe it's about a particular something, or maybe it's just general. You need, just general pick-me-up. And like, again, really put the essence and the vibe of that love into your words. Really feel what you're writing to yourself. So it's easy to just kind of write something like, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're smart. And I love you. And blah, blah, blah. Like those are wonderful things. But if you are writing that, whatever it is you're writing, really take a moment to feel what you're writing. Okay? And let it integrate. So after you've finished that, put it in your envelope, put a stamp on it, address it, all that jazz, and then give it to someone that you trust or love, and just tell them to mail it to you at a random date. Like there's no, oh, I need this mailed to me on such and such day, or in 3 months, can you mail this to me? Just tell them, say, totally random, mail it to me sometime. Whenever. And then you have this beautiful note in the mail to yourself, who knows when, and you'll get to open that up, because isn't that so nice to get something in the mail other than a bill? Oh my gosh. Or a flyer. Why, what's with the flyers, man? Even if I know I've put on my mailbox before, no flyers please, just because I know that I'm not going to use them and I'd like to save that resource. If there are people who like flyers, let them have the flyers because they will use them. But I still get the flyers. So I want something in my mailbox other than a flyer or a bill. So that is a wonderful way that you can show yourself some serious love. While you're doing it, that is some really great self-care. Then again, you've forgotten about it and you receive that in the mail. Awesome. So love notes. Another way you can write love notes to yourself is maybe some Post-it notes with some affirmations on them, or some, just like good statements for yourself, and just pop them up around your house randomly. So maybe you open up the lid on your washing machine and there's a little note taped on the inside for you about how grateful you are that you do the laundry. Thanks for being the laundry fairy, Stacey. So those ones I do, that's something I do regularly, is love notes for myself. Mirror work, that's the next one. Okay, does anybody do mirror work? Guilty. I don't actually do a lot of mirror work. I have in the past intermittently, but I don't do a lot of mirror work now. Does anybody else do it? Maybe just, if you do, let me know what kind of experience that is for you in the comments. And, oh, I totally forgot. I was going to say, if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do that. I'm going to do it again. Hashtag replay. Okay. If you're in the comments, that way we can see who's coming in afterwards in the replay and we can still interact with you. So mirror work. This one is very challenging for a lot of people. Okay. This is a deep one. With mirror work, I think it's so challenging because you're really you're staring into your own eyes, and that is powerful. That is really powerful. Not only are you staring into your own eyes, but then you are speaking from your heart to your heart in that mirror. And that's a very interesting experience. And again, you're going to want to whisper those sweet nothings, the things that lift you up, the things that you feel right in the deep space of your heart. I'm at a loss for words for exactly how to describe it. I think you need to do it to experience it. Yeah, I think so. I don't know how to describe it, but it is beautiful. It is so beautiful, and it is so deep, and it is so much love for yourself. So much love. So if you have the guts, I'm going to do it today because it's Valentine's Day and I want to show myself as much love as I can. When I feel full of love, then I give so much more love. So if I need more love, then I'm going to fill myself up. And I recommend you guys do the same. Fill yourself up, and then your cup will runneth over, and all of that love spilling out from your heart, from your soul, it naturally just overflows into your life, and everyone surrounding you, and they just get to have all of this wonderfulness oozing out of you, and you just can't help it. So that kind of wraps up the sweet nothings. Does anybody else have any suggestions or recommendations or ways that they whisper sweet nothings to themselves? Because I love to hear. Okay, so number 3 is food as love. This one's a personal favorite of mine. So yes, you can love yourself with food. This whole don't love yourself with food. I think it can be misconstrued. Yes, don't love yourself with food like sitting down with a giant tub of Haagen-Dazs and polishing the whole thing off without even thinking of it. That's maybe not the best way to love yourself with food. Downing a whole bottle of wine without even thinking of it. Again, maybe not the best way to love yourself with food. There are better ways. Me, I personally, because I love food so much, it's reciprocal. I love food. Food loves me. We got a great thing going. We're soulmates. And I love to cook. So, I mean, for me, it's a ritual, right? I love the whole experience of it. I even love grocery shopping because it's my craft. So it's like going to the craft store and getting all my craft supplies. And I'm like, ooh, and I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this, and this is for this. It's so good. So then I come home and I'm, prepping all my ingredients. And usually I'm always listening to, I have like a soundtrack for when I'm cooking. So it'd be like, what do I want to listen to right now? What kind of food am I making? What kind of music goes with that food? So I create a whole experience out of it. A lot of times I'll listen to a podcast while I'm cooking, and that's awesome. My top 2 podcasts I listen to, and I every Wednesday, first thing in the morning, I'm like, ooh, is it up yet? Is Dee's podcast, the Empowered Podcast. And have you guys listened to the latest episode? The one that she just did this week on Wednesday. It is fantastic. If you have not caught it yet, I highly recommend you go over to the website, click through to podcasts. It will take you right to Deanna's podcast. If you're Apple or Android, it doesn't matter. There's a link for either. And please go and listen to the latest episode. It is fantastic. Wonderful guest on, and fabulous conversation. I don't want to give any of it away. I want you to just go and listen to the podcast episode. Again, shameless plug there. So yes, I'll set the mood with music for myself. And then I allow my cooking to just be this wonderful experience. I taste the flavors. I love the textures. I'm wooed by the colors. It's all captivating. And then when I sit down and eat, I love that food, and I love what that food is doing for me. I can't cook anything without cooking for nutrition and nourishment. It's just kind of how I roll. It's something that I've learned to do, that it comes naturally to me. I don't even have to think about it. So when I sit down and I eat, I know that every single bite of food is doing such wonderful things for my body. So again, it's this reciprocal thing. Like, I have put so much love into that food, and that food puts so much love and nutrition and nourishment back into me. Now that's my daily, those are just like the regular, I made my bowl of oatmeal this morning and my hard-boiled eggs and regular old dinner bites and stuff. But then, of course, there's the Indulgence. Who doesn't love dessert? Okay? Like, I know I was hating on ice cream earlier. Like, it's not about hating on ice cream. It's just about sitting there mindfully just shoveling it in. That's the part I'm hating on. So, yes, there are ways that you can still eat your sweet treats. Does anybody have any sweet treats that are their favorites? What are your... Yes, actually, and also because it's Valentine's Day, and like chocolates and desserts rule Valentine's Day. So please, in some comments, let me know, what are your favorite Valentine's desserts? Because then what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to go back and read that, and if you like, I can provide you with a healthy recipe option to upgrade your current favorite. So, because I love doing that. I love like taking a regular meal that is not nutritious and modifying it so that I know I can eat it guilt-free and that it's nourishing my body and that I've loved making it. And then it's a win. So I can, anybody who needs help with finding healthy recipes for some of their favorite sweet treats, I am your girl. So I also am going to include a recipe for a Valentine's Day treat. I have got flourless fudgy black bean brownies for you guys today. This is a wonderful dessert. I actually made a pan last night and sent them with my son to daycare today because I wanted him to have a healthy sweet treat option, because I know there's going to be cookies. I know there's going to probably be cupcakes or things like that. So I thought, if I can send him something that I know he loves and that I feel really good about because it's really high in protein, really high in fiber, super low in sugar, like those are all really good wins, then I'm like, hey, yeah, eat two if you want. So actually, you know what? I'm going to just go grab one so I can show it to you. It is delicious. Hang on. Look at that. It's so good and fudgy. Anyways, those are so good. So good. Those are the ways that I personally love to show myself some love and some care. They don't cost any money. They don't break your diet. They lift you up. They lift others up. It's all a win. So again, I'd love to know, what are some of your favorite ways to show yourself some love? What are some of your favorite Valentine's sweet treats? Because I can also, again, help you find a fantastic recipe that you do not have to feel guilty about eating. Go ahead, eat the whole tray of brownies. Just make sure you drink some water because they're really high in fiber. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, Freya. And we will be back again next week with Deanna for her regular Friday morning show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys having me. Mwah! Much love. Bye.